안녕하세요, Soseo. Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today's video will be the fourth and last part of Big Bang's history. In the last video we talked about Seungri and the events related to the Burning Sun scandal. Today we will find out what happened to him and to all the K-pop stars involved in this scandal, trying also to understand the reasons behind their sentences. But we will also deep dive into the documentary recently published by BBC and see points of view that we didn't take into consideration before. This video was very difficult since I am a very impressionable person. So if you would like to support me, please subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up. Now, let's start. Let's begin with a reminder of the main K-pop idols involved in this scandal. So we have Seungri, who was the owner of the Burning Sun nightclub in Seoul's Gangnam district, and he played a central role in the scandal due to his connection to the club. Seungri faced charges related to prostitution mediation, embezzlement, violating food safety laws, habitual gambling, and violating foreign exchange laws. He was also part of a chat room where illegal sex videos were shared and participants would rate women they had sex with. Jung Joon-young owned the main chat room where illegally taken sex videos were shared. His phone revealed the existence of this chat room. Choi Jonghoon, a former member of FT Island, was part of the chat room where illegal sex videos were shared. He was involved in multiple crimes. Jung Joon-young, formerly of Highlight, admitted the view of illegal videos shared by Jung Joon-young. While he did not actively participate in creating or sharing illegal content, his connection to the chat room was significant. So let's start where we left in the previous video now. Following the conclusion of the criminal investigation and indictment in civil court, Seungri, who had recently turned 30, Korean age, received the final notice from the Military Manpower Administration regarding his mandatory military service. The administration expressed concern that a prolonged trial in civilian courts might impact his military duty, leading to the case being referred to a military court for trial. Subsequently, on March 9th, Seungri enlisted in the military, and on May 15th, his trial was transferred from the Seoul Central District Court to a military court, where the civilian court trial for the remaining 6 defendants, including Jung Yeon-seok, were scheduled to proceed separately. At his initial hearing before the Ground Operations Command's General Military Court in Yongin on September 16th, Seungri categorically denied all charges except those related to violations of the Foreign Exchange Transaction Act. A second court date, set for October 14th, featured a list of 22 witnesses scheduled to testify. During the ongoing military trial, prosecutors introduced a 9th charge against Seungri on January 14th. This new allegation implicated him and Yu in enlisting gang members to intervene in a bar dispute dating back to December 2015. Witness testimony concluded on July 1st, with Seungri maintaining his innocence on most counts, except for, as we said before, a single violation of the Foreign Currency Act during gambling in Las Vegas. The prosecution recommended a 5-year prison sentence and a substantial fine for all charges. A military prosecutor sternly remarked, despite benefiting from these crimes, Seungri deflects responsibility into others. Given his problematic views and behavior related to sex, he warrants severe punishment. Meanwhile, on May 20th, Police Chief Yoon faced partial guilt for tampering with evidence. His penalty consisted of a fine without imprisonment. On August 12th, Seungri received a 3-year prison sentence, along with a hefty fine of 1.15 billion won, a little bit less than $1 million, and immediate detention. The court found him guilty on 9 charges, which included prostitution mediation, violation of the Act on the Punishment of Arrangement of Commercial Sex Acts, embezzlement, overseas gambling, procuring prostitution services, violation of the Foreign Exchange Transaction Act, violation of the Food Sanitation Act, violation of the Act on Special Cases Concerning the Punishment of Sexual Crimes, violation of the Act on the Aggravated Punishment of Specific Economic Crimes, mobilizing gang members to threaten individuals. The specifics of the charges revealed staggering amounts. Seungri embezzled 528 million won, approximately $400,000. His Las Vegas gambling spree, spanning from December 2013 to August 2017, totaled a jaw-dropping 2.2 billion won, around $2 million US. Additionally, he orchestrated the procurement of prostitutes for foreign investors from Taiwan, Japan, Hong Kong, and other countries during the period between December 2015 and January 2016. Notably, Seungri faced an additional charge related to the distribution of 3 nude photos of women via mobile chat room. As part of his punishment, he was required to provide personal information for inclusion in a sex crimes registry. Despite denying the charges, Seungri's infamous Kakao Talk message, widely reported by the media, remains a focal point. He attributed it to a possible typo caused by his phone's autocorrection function. Seungri and the military prosecution both filed appeals on August 19th and 25th, respectively. On January 27, 2022, a military appeals court held Seungri's 3 years prison term to 1 year and 6 months. A smaller fine was also imposed, considering his admission of guilt and reflection on all 9 charges. Also, the Supreme Court of Korea confirmed the sentence on May 26, 2022. Seungri was discharged from the military and transferred to a civilian prison to serve the last part of his term. He was released from prison in February 2023. The original compliant Kim Sang-kyu faced trial after his 2018 indictments for sexual assault and obstruction of business at the Burning Sun Club. On November 8, 2022, Kim was found guilty of 1 sexual assault charge, obstruction of business, and defamation. His sentence included 1 year of suspended prison time, 2 years of probation, a 40-hour sexual assault treatment program, and 80 hours of community services. Jung Joon-young, who owned the infamous Kakao Talk chat rooms, was convicted of gang rape and sharing inappropriate videos taken of women. He was initially sentenced to 6 years in prison, which was reduced to 5 years, and he was released in March 2024. Choi Jonghoon was arrested for sharing explicit photos and videos of women taken without their consent, with charges of gang rape being added later. He pled guilty to the charges and was initially sentenced to 5 years in prison, which ultimately was reduced to 2. He was released from prison in November 2021. Kwon Hyuk-chun, brother of Girls' Generation Yuri, was accused of gang rape and the filming and distribution of sex videos. He was found guilty and initially requested 10 years, the longest sentence of all those involved. Ultimately, this was reduced to 4 years. On April 11th, the SMPA reported a total of 59 apprehensions related to drug use and distribution charges in the Burning Sun scandal. In peripheral investigations, police made over 500 drug-related arrests on March 25, 2019, following their declaration of a total war against drug crimes on February 25th. Of these arrests, 216 individuals were detained. On May 30th, the SMPA arrested nearly 4,000 people across 148 entertainment establishments in a 3-month crackdown triggered by the Burning Sun scandal. Among those arrested, 920 were detained, 886 for drug-related offense, 23 for sexual assault or rape under the influence of drugs, and 11 for capturing illegal videos to accuse. Most offenders were in their 20s and 30s, and approximately 40% of the crimes involved ecstasy use. But what were the consequences of this scandal? On May 17th, women's rights groups held a press conference in front of the SMPA criticizing the dismal results of the 3-month Burning Sun investigation. Allegations of the club's close ties with police and unresolved illegal filming of women persisted. Between February 25th and March 15, 2019, major South Korean entertainment companies suffered a 17.52% loss in value. Market capitalization dropped from 3.35 trillion won, more than $2.96 billion, to 2.76 trillion won. Notably, the big three K-pop management companies, YG Entertainment, Seungri's company, SM Entertainment, and JYP Entertainment, experienced significant stock declines, 24.8%, 20% and 5.5% respectively. Cube Entertainment and FNC Entertainment also faced additional 20% drops. YG Entertainment sees sales of Seungri's related merchandise, and major networks and cable channels removed the episodes featuring both Seungri and Jong. Seoul's EDM festivals decided not to hold after parties in Gangnam's club in 2019 due to the ongoing Burning Sun police investigation. Gangnam's nightclubs experienced a decline in Chinese tourists and a general decrease in overall customer traffic. Since I talked about the sentences, you are probably wondering why most of them were reduced. This happened for various reasons. In Seungri's case, the court took into account that he had no prior criminal record and acknowledged his guilt, which led to his sentence being halved from 3 years to 1 year and 6 months. Additionally, settlements with victims and other mitigating factors played a role in reducing the sentences for some individuals. For example, one of the Burning Sun MDs, known as Kim, was initially sentenced to 5 years, but reached a settlement with the victim, which reduced his sentence to 4 years. Similarly, Choi Jonghoon's sentence was reduced after he pled guilty to the charges. It's not uncommon for sentences to be reduced upon appeal, especially when the accused show remorse, cooperate with the authorities, or compensate the victims. These factors, along with legal technicalities and the specifics of each case, can lead to reduced sentences. However, such decisions can sometimes lead to public outcry, especially in high-profile cases where the public expects stricter punishment for the crimes committed. In the realm of criminal justice, the impact of victim-offender agreements on sentences can vary significantly across different legal systems. South Korea, in particular, has garnered attention for its approach to such agreements and their influence on sentences outcomes. In South Korea, there have been instances where the criminal justice system has allowed for sentence reductions when the offender has reached a settlement with the victim. This practice is particularly noticeable in cases involving sex crimes, where public outcry has often followed perceived lenient sentences. For example, a controversy arose when a man received a suspended prison term after sexually assaulting minors, with the court considering the settlement reached with the victims as a mitigating factor. The Korean legal framework sometimes considers factors that reduce terms, such as settlements and apologies, which can lead to lighter punishments. This has raised questions about the adequacy of the punishment meted out to violent criminals and whether the system is too lenient. However, it's important to note that this practice is not unique to South Korea and is observed in various forms around the world. Globally, the criminal justice system often recognizes the role of victim-offender agreements in the sentencing phase. In many countries, non-custodial sentences are preferred to promote rehabilitation and reduce recidivism. In particular, the practice of reducing sentences based on victim-offender agreements is not exclusive to South Korea. While it is a point of contention within the country, especially in cases of serious crimes, it is a common feature of many legal systems that aim to balance punitive measures with restorative justice principles. Now, let's talk about the documentary the BBC recently published on the Burning Sun scandal, because this gives us point of view of people that sometimes in this kind of situations are not taken into consideration but have a very important role. For example, the journalists. Let's start with journalist Kang Kyung-yoon. In a shocking revelation, investigative journalist Kang Kyung-yoon has brought to light a series of disturbing incidents involving high-profile K-pop stars. The leaked data from singer Chong's phone, which journalist Kang obtained, exposed, as we say, that the Kakao Talk chatroom where videos depicted Chong and former FT Island members Choi Jonghoon engaging in the coercion of women into drinking and subsequent harassment. The chat logs dating between 2015 and 2016 revealed a pattern of behavior where women were treated as mere objects to further business interests, particularly by Seungri, who appeared to be orchestrating the events. The conversations took a darker turn with the sharing of videos and images of sexual assaults on unconscious women, including a gang rape involving Chung and Choi. Despite these horrible acts, Choi managed to evade repercussions for a drink-driving incident thanks to the intervention of a complicit police officer. Seungri's role in the scandal was likened to that of a criminal syndicate leader. During her investigation, Kang, who was pregnant at the time, expressed her horror at the content she uncovered, stating that the videos made her physically ill. Assistance from singer Gu Hara, a close acquaintance of Choi, proved pivotal. Hara persuaded Choi to disclose the identity of the police officer who consistently shielded Seungri and his associates from legal scrutiny. Tragically, Hara herself had been a victim of a revenge porn attack the previous year and had desperately pleaded with her ex-boyfriend to refrain from releasing explicit videos, a plea captured on CCTV. Her ex-boyfriend was later convicted of blackmail and assault. With Hara's help, Kang published an expose that led to Chung's immediate arrest upon his return to South Korea. However, the aftermath saw Kang facing 3 years of harassment from fans for her reporting. The overwhelming pressure and the loss of her close friend Sully led Hara to take her own life, a devastating end to a brave fight against the dark underbelly of the entertainment industry. Now we have the story of journalist Park Hyo-shil, who was the first to report on the allegations of sexual misconducting against singer Chung. On September 23, 2016, Chung was accused of secretly filming intimate encounters with his girlfriend, an act called molka. Here, BBC has provided a new perspective on the case involving singer Chung. Previously, it was understood that Chung has not submitted his phone to the police due to it being at a repair shop. However, the BBC's reporting suggests a different, more intriguing narrative. When confronted, Chung refused to surrender his phone to the authorities, opting instead to send it to a private forensic company. This move was seen as an attempt to prevent the police from conducting their own forensic analysis. Subsequently, the police requested a report from the company, but the investigation appeared to be expedited, with signs pointing to a desire to close the case quickly. A leaked conversation from Chung's legal counsel suggested that there was pressure on the forensic company to declare the data on Chung's phone irretrievable. Amidst the controversy, Chung's agency held a press conference in an effort to exonerate him, which led to a public perception of Chung as a wronged party and the media as the antagonist. Despite Chung's belief that he had evaded scrutiny, it was later revealed that a copy of his phone data had been secured. Park, who had disseminated the news of Jung's Molka's activities, became the target of his supporters and self-proclaimed anti-feminists. Initially, she faced threatening messages and emails, but the harassment escalated to disturbing phone calls between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. and the unsolicited receipt of obscene images. During this terrible time, Park was pregnant and tragically suffered 2 miscarriages as a result of the ordeal, leaving her without children. Then we have investigative reporter Ko Eun-sang, who has shed further light on the notorious Burning Sun scandal involving Seungri. As one of the first journalists to delve into the case, Ko revealed the exorbitant costs associated with the club's VIP culture. To secure tables, customers were expected to pay a minimum of $1,500, with weekend rates soaring to $7,500. During high-profile events like Halloween or Christmas, the price for exclusivity could skyrocket to $75,000. This steep price tag came with the expectation of a premium experience, leading to the creation of clandestine rooms to cater to the VIP clients. According to Ko, Burning Sun employees confessed to routinely bribing police officials to overlook any incidents within the club's walls. the allure of the club was amplified by Seungri's presence as a DJ, which drew in a significant female audience. As we learn from the ex-employees of the Burning Sun, in a bid to attract male customers, club promoters resorted to capturing images of inebriated women without their consent, distributing these photos via KakaoTalk to Anti's VIPs. Employees at the infamous Burning Sun nightclub have also reported frequent incidents of unconscious women being taken advantage of after being administered HP. Staff members were allegedly complicit in these acts, going to great lengths to incapacitate women upon request from VIP customers and subsequently transporting them to private rooms or hotels. One regular club goer recounted a chilling experience where, after consuming only a few drinks, she found herself inexplicably inebriated and later awoke in a hotel room with a man. Following a second assault, her begging to leave were met with a demand for a photograph to fabricate evidence of consent. The photograph, in fact, was later used against her when she reported the rape to the authorities. Following the scandal, many women, unaware of the extent of the abuse, sought legal counsel from attorney Park Chung-yeon to determine if they were also victims in the leaked footage. 6 individuals stepped forward to press charges, fearing the widespread distribution of the videos. However, the attorney was unable to provide definitive answers regarding their involvement in the chat. Despite the closure of Burning Sun and the ensuing legal battle, reports suggest that the culture within Gangnam's club scene remains largely unchanged, casting a shadow over the district's nightlife. Also, in a surprising turn of events, disgraced singer Chung has reportedly been in discussions with producers, expressing his desire to re-enter the entertainment industry. Export News broke the story on May 22nd, revealing that the former K-pop star has been actively seeking opportunities behind the scenes. Despite the public's negative perception of him, Chung appears determined to make a comeback. Sources close to the situation confirmed that he personally reached out to producers, offering his services as a producer. Despite the infamous Burning Sun scandal, even Seungri appears to be exploring the possibility of establishing a new nightclub. Local media outlets have caught wind of this development, with multiple reports suggesting that Seungri is actively considering a nightclub venture. The choice of business location and alleged interactions have fueled speculation about his intentions. However, netizens are far from pleased with this news, expressing their disapproval online. The controversy surrounding Seungri continues to unfold, leaving many questioning his decisions in light of past events. And that's it for now. This story is finally over. In the next video, I would like to focus on a positive story, so we will deep dive into Stray Kids' history. As always, let me know if you have any advice for me to make these videos more entertaining in the comments down below, or let me know if you would like me to talk about a group, an idol, or a K-pop case in particular. Please remember that there is a lot of work behind this kind of videos, so like and subscribe to support me, since these last videos were really trying for me. I will see you soon. 안녕히 가세요. Bye bye. Thank you very much.